Hey guys, welcome back. It's Damned coming to you again. This time we're looking at damage. We've made a basic damage roll on our weapons previously, but it doesn't apply any damage to the target. So what we've got on our car sheet, our weapon detail, which is in a window list in car sheet main on our character sheet, has a damage roll field here. It's a plain text field and it's in the format of XDX plus X. So it might be 1d6 plus 1 or 1d6 minus 1 or 2d6, something like that. And we already had all this rolling, but what I've added is this result handler file, manager rolls.damage roll. And let's go and have a look at what we've got there. And we've got function damage roll. We're going to set up a message. We're capturing the player's node, setting the icon just in case the GM is rolling. Then I'm calculating the damage from the roll, and what I haven't done yet in here is incorporate strength damage for melee weapons. Okay. I'm also setting up a variable for the target's hit points, and that's because at 0 you become dying or something similar. Sorry, you become a player becomes unconscious and dying. You lose 1 hit point per combat round ongoing, but also if somebody hits you while you're in that state, you will take damage. But if you say have 3 hit points left and you get hit for 5 damage, you go down to 0 and not negative. But then if you get hit again for another 5 points of damage, you go to -5. So if your whole party goes down and you have a cruel enemy, they will kill you all. But generally, if somebody survives and can revive you all, stabilize you, then you'll survive. Healing is, of course, a different matter in a pseudo-realistic game. But anyway, back to our rule mechanics. So what we've got is, if we've got a target set, let's get the hit points of the target and update this variable. And then let's make sure that our message, the chat roll message, is updated and includes who we're attacking and how much damage we're doing. But then if the damage is greater than the target's hit points, then the damage will become equal to the target's hit points. So if they've only got 3 hit points left, after we declare that they took 5 hit points, we will then change the damage down to 3, and 3 damage against 3 hit points would leave them at 0, so leave them in that unconscious state, or if they're an NPC, most likely a dead state. And then we're using a function that's built into the Ruleset Wizard as opposed to a core RPG one, and it's called Ruleset Wizard change DB value out of bounds messaging. And so this just makes it a lot easier just to create an out of bounds messaging handler, which basically allows non-owners of a node to write to that node. Basically they send the request to the GM's node and the GM does it for them. But basically what we're doing in here is our target node is the target's wounds field, and we're going to set its value to its current wounds value plus n damage. And n damage is obviously capped at any remaining hit points, so the worst this can do is bring them down to 0 hit points. So we are going to have to also put in a handler there to what happens if you attack somebody who's got 0 hit points, because then it will take them into, or less than 0 hit points, then it will take them negative, but not in this video. If you haven't got a target, it's still going to declare how much damage your damage roll was, but it's not going to declare a target or actually do anything with it. And then we're going to deliver the chat message. So let's go and see it in action. Alright, so we'll open up our combat tracker, and we've got Christoph, our agent, who's attacking the security chief. Sorry, Christoph, our confiscator, and he has rolled and hit successfully with his revolver. So he's going to do damage. He rolls a piddly 1 damage +1, and I was experimenting on the security chief already, so let's put a new security chief in here. Right, our new security chief has 18 hit points, but he's struck by Christoph shooting his revolver, and for a total of 5 damage. And Christoph hasn't targeted the new guy, so we'll do a third roll with the trusty revolver, and this time we've done 3 damage. We can see Christoph damage revolver, 3 damage versus the security chief, and the security chief has taken 3 wounds. So in the next video, what we're going to do is make sure that the hit points, remaining hit points, update to match wounds. Now, of course, if it's the other way around, our security chief is, well, I haven't actually added the roll here onto this one, but if the security chief was doing damage back to here, we know that if I apply 3 wounds here, our player's hit points are automatically decrementing here. So we want to set that same thing up here on this particular field, but only if it's an NPC. Alright, thanks for joining.